What followed was a slow, deliberate claiming. Aleksander took his time, drawing out every sensation, teaching her body pleasures she'd never imagined. When he finally positioned himself at her entrance, his eyes locked with hers. "Look at me," he commanded, his voice rough with restraint. "Don't close your eyes. I want to see everything you feel." He entered her slowly, giving her time to adjust, his jaw clenched with the effort of control. Layana gasped at the intensity, not just the physical sensation, but the emotional weight of it. This was surrender. This was belonging. "Breathe," he murmured, holding perfectly still. "Just breathe through it." When she nodded, he began to move. Slowly at first, then building a rhythm that made her forget everything but the feel of him, the heat between them, the way her body responded to his. "That's it," he encouraged, his voice strained. "Move with me. Take what you need." Layana's hands gripped his shoulders, her nails leaving marks as the pleasure spiraled tighter. Every thrust, every kiss, every whispered word in Russian she didn't understand but felt in her soul, it all built towards something overwhelming. "Look at you," Aleksander groaned, his control slipping. "So beautiful, falling apart for me. Let go, Layana, let go and I'll catch you." His hand slipped between their bodies, and suddenly she was shattering, crying out his name as waves of pleasure crashed through her. He followed moments later, his own release shuddering through him as he buried himself deep, claiming her completely. In the aftermath, they lay tangled together, skin slick with sweat, hearts racing in sync. Aleksander rolled to his side, pulling her against his chest, his fingers tracing lazy patterns on her spine. "That was," Layana started, but couldn't find words. "Just the beginning," he promised, tilting her face up for a kiss that was surprisingly tender. "We have all night, Mrs. Volkov, and I'm far from done with you." Her eyes widened. "All night." A wicked smile curved his lips. "Did you think once would be enough? I've waited too long for you. I'm going to worship every inch of you until the sun rises." And he did. Throughout the night, he took her again and again, sometimes with desperate urgency, sometimes with agonizing slowness. He learned her body like a map, discovered what made her moan, what made her beg, what made her scream his name into the darkness. Between moments of passion, they talked in whispers. He told her stories of his empire, the enemies he'd defeated, the empire he'd built from blood and fear. She told him about her dreams before her world became a nightmare, about the girl she used to be. "You're still her," he murmured against her hair during a quiet moment. "Underneath all this darkness, you're still that girl. That's what makes you dangerous, you haven't been corrupted yet." "Maybe I want to be," she whispered back. His arms tightened around her. "No, stay pure, Layana, let me be the monster. You be my light. What if I can't? What if your world changes me? Then I'll remind you who you are. Every single day." He kissed her forehead. "That's my promise to you." She looked up at him, seeing something in his eyes she'd never expected, vulnerability. This ruthless man, this king of darkness, was afraid. Afraid of losing her. Afraid of corrupting her. Afraid of what she made him feel. "I'm not going anywhere," she promised. "Good. Because I'd burn the world down to keep you." As the first rays of dawn began to creep through the curtains, they made love one final time, slower, gentler, filled with something that felt dangerously close to love. By the time the sun fully rose, Layana was thoroughly claimed, exhausted, and utterly transformed. She lay in her husband's arms, marked by his kisses, branded by his touch, irrevocably his. "No regrets?" he asked quietly, brushing damp hair from her face. She should say yes. Should regret marrying a monster, giving herself to darkness. But as she looked into his eyes, eyes that held possession and something softer she didn't dare name, she found she couldn't lie. "Ask me tomorrow," she whispered. He smiled, pulling her closer. "Tomorrow, and every day after, you're still going to be mine. You understand that?" "I understand." And she did. She'd made her choice, sealed her fate. "Rest now," he murmured, pressing a kiss to her temple. "Sleep, little one. I'll keep watch." "You need rest too," she protested sleepily. "I'll rest when I know you're safe. For now, just let me hold you." As sleep finally claimed her, wrapped in her husband's protective embrace, Layana realized that their story was just beginning.